歡迎收聽華語電台 CCR 文化潮流菲律賓，我係 Janet 啊。聽到我把聲就知道又係同大家咧介紹菲律賓嘅時候啦。咁每一集我都有朋友咧上到嚟同我傾偈啦。咁今集我請到一位女士上到嚟同我哋咧傾一傾呢一個菲律賓嘅一啲食物。但係首先講食物之前咧，我哋首先咧就介紹一下呢位朋友，因為咧佢係一個 blogger 嚟嘅。我睇過佢寫嘅文章咧係非常之動人嘅，因為佢寫好多好靚嘅詩嘅。咁所以我哋首先同佢傾下偈先啦。佢個名字就叫做 Odette Mantalibeno。Good evening, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Canadian Chinese Radio. This is the CCR Cultural Trends of the Philippines. Today we have a guest here with us. She is a blogger, and I can't wait to talk to her. Her name is Odette Mantalibeno. Hi, Odette.
Oh, hi, Janet.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And thank you very much for having me here. Thank you, CCR and Cultural Trend of the Philippines for having me as a guest. Also to Bong Faldas, and of course to you, Janet.
Thank you.
Good evening to all your listeners.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm so happy that you come today because when we talked on the phone, we actually cover a few topics, and then I learned that you have a website, that you have your own writings. It is definitely enjoyable when I visited your website. First of all,
thank you very much.
That she writes really good. She has really good poems. So that's why I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to meet with you today. I'm so happy, yeah, because I personally like to write as well, and I love reading. So yeah, again, it's good to have you here. Let me have you to introduce yourself to the audience first.
So I'm Odette Mantalibeno, and I'm a content creator behind Digital Inc. Group Web Marketing. So what I do is I help startups and small businesses connect with their customers through web marketing. The platforms include business websites, search engine optimized copywriting, social media marketing, and music marketing, press release writing, and distribution. But so occasionally when I'm in the mood, I do dabble in words, and I write prose or attempt to write prose.
Odette 咧，佢係一名咧web marketing 專幫呢啲嘅客戶咧去到網上做一啲嘅 marketing 啦，包括咧教佢哋點樣去做一啲設計啦，網上嘅設計啦，點樣用而家 social media，即係好似譬如你話Facebook 啊、Twitter 啊呢啲 social media 咧去到 promote 佢間公司，亦都咧會教佢啲通常佢主攻就係啲 small business 嘅，即係比較細型少少嘅企業啦。咁佢會教佢哋用呢一個網絡嘅設計啊，或者網絡嘅一啲嘅工具咧，去到幫佢哋間公司咧去到 promote 嘅。咁當然啦，頭先我都講過佢係一個 blogger，咁佢都話當佢有呢個 mood 嘅時候咧，佢就會寫一啲嘢噶啦。咁其實我知道佢除咗有自己嘅 website 之外咧，佢都幫一個嘅digital newspaper 我哋叫，即係網上嘅一啲嘅報紙啦，又或者係一啲喺佢哋菲律賓呢個嘅 community 入邊咧，有一啲嘅報章咧，佢都喺入邊寫文章嘅。咁我哋同Odette傾多啲先啦嚇。So Odette, I know that when you are in the mood, you write.
Yes.
I also know that you actually write for a newspaper.
Oh, yes.
Like a monthly?
Yes, it's a monthly community newspaper, and it's called Planet Philippines Toronto. So I think this year would be my second year with them.
Oh, okay. Already 2 years.
But before that, in the Philippines, I was with a community newspaper for 12 years.
Oh, okay.
In Bacolod, and I was a national correspondent for the Philippine Daily Inquirer. That's one of our two largest national newspapers in the Philippines.
Oh, okay. And you were with them for 12 years.
Yes, in the community newspaper, 12 years.
What did you write?
I did a lot of city hall reporting, and I started at the police. Everyone starts at the police.
Police?
as a police reporter.
Oh, okay.
So you start as a police reporter, and then you move up a little bit. So you go to city hall reporting, and then after that, I was assigned to the desk. I became a desk editor, and after desk editor, I think that was the same time that I became a correspondent for the Philippine Daily Inquirer, and after that I moved to Canada,
Okay.
and then that's the writing stopped for a bit, and that's when I discovered blogging. Because I kind of like missed it a lot, so it became an outlet, and I went back to writing again, and I became for I think a couple of months I became a correspondent again for the Inquirer, but this time to send Filipino stories here in Canada back home.
Oh, okay. Back in the Philippines, you also wrote in English?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Yeah, no wonder. So you are actually always a writer. That's why you write so good. That's why you touch me. 同大家翻譯一下先，因為阿奧德克其實佢係根本由頭到尾原來都係一位文化人啊！即係佢其實咧喺菲律賓嘅時候咧，佢已經係幫一個好大型嘅國家嘅報紙啊，去到寫呢一個嘅新聞啊，同埋一啲嘅報導噶啦。咁佢喺菲律賓已經做咗12年噶啦，喺呢一個即係真係咁大型嘅報館度。佢話開頭就係做一個記者啦，咁專報導一啲出邊即總之係所有事情喺譬如呢個同警察方面有關係啊，或者係 City Hall 嘅一啲嘅報導，佢都會負責嘅。之後佢就喺 office 度咧就做呢一個嘅編輯，咁一路咁樣就做咗呢一個報館度做咗12年啦。咁之後佢就移民咗嚟加拿大。咁而家其實佢就幫一個菲律賓 community 嘅報紙咧就叫做 Planet Philippines。咁喺嗰度咧都做咗2年，就係幫佢哋每個月會寫一篇嘅專欄嘅。其實係一位作家嚟嘅。咁小女子好榮幸啦，即係我成日我覺得我喺呢一個嘅菲律賓嘅呢一個節目度咧，我係遇見咗好多好犀利，真係臥虎藏龍。我估呢個菲律我會用呢一個臥虎藏龍去形容佢哋菲律賓呢個 community 咧，好多人都係非常之厲害嘅。咁好啦，我哋同我哋再傾多啲啊，去關於去寫作方面先，因為我本身好中意寫作嘅。Oleg, since when you start to write? I mean, like you have been with a newspaper, like a community newspaper back in the Philippines for 12 years. But since when you started to write, and since when you love writing?
Wow, that's a good question. Actually, I started when I was 10 years old. My first short story. And it's good that my teacher then, she was very encouraging. And she told me, that don't stop. Like, keep on writing. So that's what I did. Like, all my spare time, I kept on writing, and then and I kept on reading as well to build my vocabulary. So, when you only build your writing style when you also read a lot. So
agree.
Yeah, so all through high school I didn't stop, and and then in college I took up journalism at the University of Santo Tomas, and we've produced a lot of very good writers, very good news reporters, and they're now editors because they're around my age. So
but that's good. You actually took journalism. And,
Yes, I did.
that's why.
Yeah.
我就
I had very good mentors.
我就問到我爹佢由幾時開始喜歡上寫作嘅咧？佢就話佢其實由10歲嘅時候已經有佢自己寫咗自己一個嘅短篇嘅故事噶啦。咁佢當其時嘅老師係非常之鼓勵佢去唔好放棄寫作啦，同埋叫佢閱讀多啲嘅。咁亦都係因為咁啦，佢有非常之好嘅導師啦。咁所以咧，佢一直咁樣有閱讀。同埋去到練習佢嘅寫作技巧。咁佢到大學嘅時候呢，其實佢係讀呢一個嘅傳理系，咁所以呢，佢仍然係可以向住呢一個興趣度進發同埋鑽研。咁當然啦，之後佢就成為咗一位記者。到而家佢都冇放棄到寫作嘅。真係非常之犀利，非常之尊敬啊我。Odette, where are you from? Like from the Philippines?
I came from the city of smiles, Bacolod City.
Smile. Well, that's a very lovely name of a city.
Yes.
City of Smile. 我問到我覺得佢邊度嚟，佢話佢個城市嘅名字叫 City of Smile 即係充滿微笑嘅一個城市。What's the real name?
It's Bacolod City.
Bacolod, okay. 真正嘅名字就叫做 Bacolod City. City of Smile. That's why Odette is so cheerful. Yeah.
Yes.
The name. What is the origin of that name?
Bacolod?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we were told that Bacolod, the name comes from buklod, which translates to it's like mountain. Buklod is like a small. It's a hill, so it's supposed to be like maybe hilly. Like, but when I was growing up, I hardly saw any hills anymore because maybe because it's already in the 1970s, so most of there's roads and bridges, but before it was hilly. So that's where the name came from. Buklod.
That means hilly. OK. 佢嚟自嘅地方叫做 Bacolod。咁原來呢個名字喺菲律賓嘅語言嚟講咧，係解好多山嘅意思咁解。咁所以咧就有呢個名字嘅由來。But why City of Smile?
Well, we're supposed to be very cheerful, friendly people, and no matter what our problems are, even though we're facing economic crisis, we can still smile. That's the charm of Bacolod.
我冇問到點解既然係個名字 Bacolod 其實係解好多山咁解，咁點解佢又會有個名叫做 City of Smile 咧？咁原來佢話因為佢哋係非常之正面嘅同埋非常之高興嘅一個民族。喺呢一個地方嚟嘅人咧，就算有啲乜嘢嘅遇到咩困難啦，譬如你話經濟上有問題啊，或者其他困難都好，佢都係保持一個非常之正面嘅態度，成日都笑嘅。呢個亦都係佢哋嘅魅力所在。Okay, that's very positive. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I know that just about the city where you're from, we have a lot to talk about. But before we talk more, I know that one thing that no matter where you're from the Philippines, you must like, which is food.
Oh yes, we love food.
So it doesn't matter if it's a city of smile or not. I know that food is always what you like.
Oh
so
yes.
Before we talk more about your city, let's talk about food first because I know that's like the one of the main topics that we want to cover. And after that, we will talk more about the city of smile. Okay. So food-wise, a writer who likes food. What food you are going to introduce to our audience today?
Okay, So from Bacolod City, we have this special food that's really we're well known. Bacolod is well known for this food, and it's called the chicken inasal.
Chicken inasal.
Yes, it's actually chicken barbecue.
奧德就話咧，佢嚟自嘅地方咧 Bacolod 咧係有一個食物好出名嘅。呢一個食物咧就叫 chicken inasal， 其實就佢就話好似咧barbecue， 即係 barbecue chicken 咁嘅。咁啊聽下有啲咩特別啦。So if it's just barbecue chicken, what makes it so special?
Well, it's in the marinade.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's so special that whenever I would go visit my sister in Manila because my sister she moved to Manila, so every time I would go visit her, I would bring her the chicken barbecue, the chicken in the salt, because back then they didn't have it in Manila, and if they had it, it would be done differently. There's like something very special with the way that they do it in Bacolod, and so it's just just talking about it now, I really miss it, and I think I'm gonna go home and make one for dinner.
Okay, before we get too hungry. So you said it's the ingredient for how you marinate the chicken. That's so special. So tell us the ingredients.
Okay. Oh my goodness! I'm going to reveal the secret recipe. No, actually, I've been trying to ask my friend before I go to the ingredients. I've been trying to ask my friend who runs a catering business here if she can replicate the chicken inasal and sell it here, because I haven't seen a Filipino restaurant here who does the chicken inasal Bacolod style.
Oh,
so
okay.
So I am hoping that someone will do it, or maybe someone's already doing it and I just don't know. Call me, please.
Sure.
And let me know.
Sure.
So how this recipe was shared to me by my cousin in Bacolod, and he says that of course you have
Chicken.
the chicken. The main ingredient is the chicken. It's either the breast or the legs.
Okay.
And then for the marinade, you have the calamundin, or it's the lemon.
Oh, okay, lemon.
And then you have garlic, black pepper, ginger, and sugar, and salt.
咁啊，奧德咧佢話咧呢一個barbecue chicken 咧 chicken inasal 咧係佢哋嘅特產啦，可以話。咁點解會咁特別咧？佢都話 barbecue 啫嘛。咁原來咧係醃製咧呢一個雞嘅材料咧，先至係最特別嘅地方。你話煮法咧 barbecue 係冇乜特別，但係佢醃製嘅一個材料咧係非常之重要嘅環節。佢仲話咧佢好中意呢一味食物。咁佢話佢喺呢一個加拿大咧到而家都係未見到有咁即係嚟自佢嗰個嘅家鄉嘅 recipe 嘅。咁如果佢就講笑咁講，如果有人知道有人喺呢度加拿大係食過佢哋呢一個 recipe 嘅話咧，話俾佢聽，咁佢即刻去試試。嗱，佢就話主要嘅材料有啲咩咧？咁當然有隻雞啦。佢話一係就係雞胸或者係用呢個嘅雞髀都得。一定要有檸檬。呢一個嘅蒜頭啦，同埋呢一個嘅薑啦、黑胡椒、糖同埋鹽，咁用呢一啲主要嘅材料去到醃製佢嘅。Yes, I know that. So you have mentioned lemon, garlic, black pepper, ginger, sugar, salt. That's all.
Yep, that's
Okay.
all. And there's for the rub. Like when you're doing the barbecue already, you brush it with oil and achuete, or here it's called anato.
Annatto. It's
It's a
like a
condiment.
sauce or?
These are actually it's red seeds, and it's called annatto.
Annatto oil. Okay.
Annatto oil, yeah.
So you have to brush the oil on the chicken first.
Already when it's being barbecued.
Oh, when it's being barbecued. So it's like after you marinate everything,
Okay.
when you put on the barbecue grill, then you have to brush this annatto oil.
Yes.
Oh, OK.
Yes.
有一種嘅油啊，叫做 annatto oil 啦。咁佢話若到你整呢一個呢一味餸嘅時候咧，你醃好晒，用頭先所講嘅材料醃好晒之後咧，你擺喺 barbecue 爐度去燒佢嘅時候咧，你就要搽上呢個油，即係油就叫做 annatto oil。OK。
Yeah. And one more thing, this the chicken barbecue, I think most of it's being barbecued on charcoal.
Oh, OK.
So I think that's what makes the flavor really different because of the charcoal. It's cooking on charcoal instead of like the propane.
我爹話咧用炭去到燒咧係唔同啲嘅，陣味係真係好味好多，香好多嘅喎。Okay, so marinate for how long? I forgot to ask you.
Oh yeah,
That's the key, I
very,
believe.
Yeah, that's very important. Around like 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah,
Okay.
or 2 or 3 hours, not longer. Because when the marinade when the chicken absorbs the marinade for longer than 2 or 3 hours, it actually makes the texture like hard, like and it's not so nice to eat it.
OK。頭先又爭啲唔記得咗問阿奧德，佢話醃製嘅材料好緊要，但係醃幾耐都好緊要噶嘛。佢話係冇錯，好緊要，醃2個鐘度，唔好醃太耐。當然太短又唔夠入味啦。佢話醃兩個鐘度啱噶啦。如果唔係有其中一啲材料可能會變得太硬嘅。咁聽落去又真係幾容易整喎。總之你醃嘅時間啱，跟住你擺喺 barbecue 爐度就由得佢自己燒啦。咁跟住你就搽啲油落去，咁就已經可以食得噶啦。That's actually, it sounds to be like an easy recipe.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's just really like the ingredients for you to marinate the chicken. That's like the key. But then, especially in Canada, I believe everyone has a barbecue in the backyard.
Yeah. No, but it's it's better if you do it on charcoal instead of the propane tank.
Oh yeah, right.
And also I think because here in Canada, the way that we enjoy our chicken here, it's mostly skin off. We take the skin off. It's healthier, right? And I'm all for that.
Oh.
But back home, we leave the skin on.
I actually prefer to have the skin on. 得就話你當然啦，健康嚟講你就應該咧除咗個雞皮佢嘅，咁但係喺加拿大佢都會好多時咁做，因為呢度啲人好注重健康，但係喺菲律賓咧，其實我哋個個都係 keep 住個雞皮嘅，其實我本人都係寧願 keep 住個雞皮嘅，咁真係香口好多啊嘛。我同我爹真係好好傾啊，而家咧時間就差唔多，我哋首先咧 take a break 先，咁之後我哋翻嚟繼續同我爹傾偈。Yeah, we are like very talkative and we love talking, but it's time to take a break. After that, let's talk more about the recipe and also where you come from.
Okay.
All right. 歡迎大家翻嚟 CCR 文化潮流菲律賓。今日我請到一位小女孩上到嚟呢，同我一齊做呢個節目。佢真係好可愛、好靚女嘅。咁佢仲係咧呢一個嘅菲律賓小姐，即係小童組嘅。好可愛嗰個女仔，咁我仲知道佢非常之有天分啊，唱歌跳舞方面都係嘅。咁我哋急不及待同呢位小女孩傾下偈先。佢嘅名字叫做 Brittany Waddle。Hi Brittany.
Hello.
Good to have you here.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
great. I am so happy because I have another star in my studio. A very pretty young lady here.
Thank you.
And I know you are the Miss Little Philippines.
Yes, I am. I'm Little Miss Philippines 2013 PIDC.
Britney 咧，佢係2013年嘅Miss Little Philippines 我哋叫，即係菲律賓小姐，但係佢哋有呢個小女孩組嘅。咁啊，佢係2013年嘅冠軍嚟嘅喎。我哋問下佢有啲乜嘢令到佢想參加呢一個比賽先啊 ？Britney, what made you want to be in this contest?
It made I think it started out when I was like starting to do competitions and singing, and then I talked to a few people. My mom was like, "Oh, let's join a pageant maybe," and I was like, "Maybe." And I first started out like a small pageant before, and like I didn't make it really, and then I took some like modeling, and then I realized there was another pageant called PIDC, so I decided to sign up with that, and I ended up winning, and it was a great experience.
Britney 咧，原來係因為自小咧就已經唱歌啊、表演啊咁噶啦，咁佢就媽咪就同佢講，不如參加呢啲選美活動啦。咁既然你都係咁中意做呢一個嘅表演嘅事啦。咁於是乎佢就參加咗一個嘅選美活動，咁但係當其時佢冇贏到嘅，咁之後佢就咧做一啲工作啦，就包括埋做 model 添喎，少年紀嘅佢已經做 model 啦。咁之後佢就見到 PIDC 咧就又有一個選美嘅活動，於是佢參加咗，今次佢就贏咗啦。年紀少少嘅去做 model， 真係問佢啦 ，Britney, you are so young, like 12 years old right now?
Yes, I am. I know I'm very young, but my mom said I started singing when I was like just little, and I decided oh, this is like I just love like doing it. It just makes me happy and it expresses how I feel.
Okay, and you said you were doing some modeling.
Yeah, I am. I do both. I do both. My mom wanted me to sign up for both because I both love doing it because it's really fun and enjoying. It makes me happy too.
Let's talk about your singing first. I actually saw your video.
Yeah.
Your singing video, very impressed. When did you? Well, I mean, if you have that memory, since you're still so young, but when did you start to like singing?
It first started when I was young. I think about 5 to 4 years old, and I joined my first talent show at my school, and everyone after that was like very impressed by me. They're like, you have to keep it up, keep going, and I decided to keep that work up, and I started to go to competitions, and like I said, I went to that pageant PIDC, and I just realized that it makes me happy and I love doing it.
Oh, so did you say like 4 to 5 years old?
Yeah, 4 to 5 years old I started doing it.
Britney 由4至5歲開始已經中意唱歌，亦都係參加好多嘅比賽嘅。咁於是乎佢就逐漸咁累積咗啲經驗啦，咁就所以就決定參加呢一個嘅選美嘅比賽啦。You were not shy at all when you were like 4 and 5 years old. You just yeah, it's okay. I can just sing in front of a lot of people.
When I think I was young, I wanted to I like people to see how I sing, and I just want people to know that I love doing this stuff, and I realized that everyone loved hearing me and it was entertaining. So I don't know, first time it was a bit scary, and then I started to get into it, and then it started being like a normal thing.
Britney 話好開頭嘅時候可能有少少嘅緊張，但係基本上之後佢就非常之 enjoy 呢一個嘅表演嘅過程，咁所以咧佢而家唔可以話佢淨係習慣咗，佢根本就係非常之 enjoy 去做呢一件事啊。Anyone inspired you singing?
Like in celebrity wise, it would be either like Beyonce, because she was the first person who I would like start to I learned off her. Like that was the first video I saw, all the single ladies by Beyonce, and I was like, oh, I want to be like her. I want to start working like her. So I started that. But in maybe family wise, it would be my brother or my mom, and my whole family. They encouraged me, and they told me oh, keep going, you're gonna be a star, and then it just happened, and yeah.
And they all like singing. They all sing too.
My brother, he's a sports player. He plays baseball. He's not really a singer. But sometimes he would do a duet with me, just for fun. And my dad likes sports, and my mom, she did pageant way back in the Philippines, and I think I caught it off her maybe, and like her family side, and maybe some of my dad because his brother was a singer too.
Oh, so your mom actually joined the Miss Pageant in the Philippines too?
Yeah, I think she was like second first runner up like back in the Philippines. I forget the title of what it was called, but she won in a pageant before, and I think I take off her.
Yeah, it's in your blood. Britney 咧佢就話我問到啊 Britney 佢有乜嘢人咧去到 inspire 佢咁中意唱歌嘅咧？佢就話如果係呢個嘅明星嚟講咧，就係 Beyonce， 咁佢好喜歡 Beyonce 嘅。佢話當佢睇到咧 Beyonce 嗰隻 All the Single Ladies 嘅 MV 嘅時候咧，佢就已經非常之中意佢。佢好想有朝一日咧可以做到好似 Beyonce 咁。咁如果你話係屋企人方面咧，佢就話係佢媽咪同埋佢嘅哥哥咧都鼓勵佢去唱歌嘅。佢話只要你中意你就繼續 keep it up 咁樣嘅。咁我問到佢媽咪同埋哥哥係咪都好中意唱歌咧？佢話唔係，佢哥哥咧其實就係呢一個嘅好中意呢一個嘅 sports 嘅一位朋友啦。咁佢但係佢就非常之鼓勵阿 Britney 咧去唱歌。佢媽咪咧原來喺菲律賓咧都參加過選美，仲係得到獎項嘅。咁應該就係有呢一個嘅因子啦。因為其實佢媽咪都好靚嘅，媽咪同個女兩個都咁靚，其實真係唔選美都嘥晒啦。And Britney。So Beyonce, it's your idol.
Yeah, she's technically my idol. Like I really love her, and like she's been my favorite since I was just a little girl because I've been seeing her since like her first video till now. I still adore her. So
yeah, she's good. I like her too. So she and your brother and your mom inspires you.
Yes, my mom, my dad, and my brother, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, of course. You can't miss the dad.
Yeah,
Can't miss your
I'm a
dad
daddy's
too.
girl.
Yeah. But what about like practice, like or like who like did you take any course to like about singing, like not about modeling first? I mean, just focus on singing. Like,
Yeah.
did you take any course or did anyone teach you to sing?
At first, I think my mom just told me to practice, but then we started like realizing that if you want to start getting into it, you have to like get some like lessons. So I started off, I think, from maybe like my first concert was Bon Casilio, who kind of helped me, and then I started getting into it, and then like it was Cheryl and Rodney, and then at the end I'm at JDL right now still, so and that helps me too.
Do you practice like every day?
I practice mostly every day. If I don't, I practice every other day. So
Basically, homework, singing.
yeah, that's why sometimes I have to cut it off and make it every other day, and like just do homework and singing because I have to study too because I'm graduating next year for grade 8.
我問到 Britney 佢唱歌方面咧係有即係要好多要練習噶嘛，其實唱歌唱得好咁你當然要練習啦。咁佢話佢其實每一日咧幾乎每一日都會練習唱歌噶啦。若果每一日做唔到咧，盡量隔日都去做練習。咁一個小女孩又要做功課又要練歌，其實真係唔係一件容易嘅事嚟嘅。Britney, to study and to practice singing, do you feel any challenges or are you under any pressure to do both?
I'm definitely feeling a lot of challenges, but I have to think in the back of my head that like I am loving what I'm doing singing, and I have to get an education too as well. And if I want to do both, I have to work as hard as I can, and then at the end, of course, sometimes I feel under pressure, but I have to realize that it's going to take a lot of time if you want to do what you want to do, like reach your dreams. So I ended up, you can do both if you really try hard and believe yourself.
Oh, I like that. Wow, you're so young, but then yeah, what you have said it's so good.
Yeah.
You are actually like an adult to me.
Thank you.
阿 Britney 咧就話其實佢當然一路又要返學，即係要專注喺學業上邊，亦都要練歌。其實當然係會有一定嘅壓力，亦都個 challenge 都會大嘅。咁但係佢就話佢都會盡量嘗試做得好。咁佢亦都話若果自己係真係好想做嗰件事，只要肯努力咧，就可以做得到噶啦。一個咁年輕嘅小女孩能夠講到呢番説話，真係一個好成熟嘅一位朋友。我好相信咧，有呢一份嘅堅持咧，喺佢嘅演藝事業咧，一定會係有好大嘅幫助，亦都能夠令到佢咧發揮到一個非常之好嘅水準嘅。 Brittany, I know that you have the PIDC Miss Little Philippines is only one of your experience in any type of contest. You have joined like many other contests.
Yes, I have. I have joined, I think first was like Filipino Idol, which is for singing, and I ended up for the first round, I ended up making an, I think, I won the first round, but then I couldn't make it to the second round because I first joined the PCCF pageant, which I came in second round, and then I joined next year, and then I made it in first again, and then they changed the second round because they wanted me to try. But I ended up not making it, but that did not stop me from trying, and then it actually encouraged me to start on PIDC. So yeah, I've done a lot of contests before, but then I think for now, like I kind of stopped because I want to like just realize like to work on it until maybe later on I'll start doing it again.
So that the failure didn't stop you from anything?
No, definitely it did not. It actually encouraged me to do more, and just because a little bit people are gonna hate on you, it's not gonna stop me from doing anything. Cause like I'm my own person, I can do whatever I want. Really.
Brittany 咧，佢真係一個非常之堅強嘅女仔嚟嘅。佢PIDC 嘅呢個嘅選美活動咧，唔係佢第一個參加嘅活動嚟嘅。佢之前其實參加過好多唔同嘅比賽，咁之前亦都參加過另外一個選美比賽，咁佢冇贏到嘅。即係進入咗過咗第一個回合，但係佢係冇贏到。但係佢就話呢一啲嘅失敗咧並冇阻止過佢繼續去努力同埋嘗試。佢話佢係只會令到佢更加堅決咁要繼續做得好啲。咁一位小女孩有呢一份決心咧，我都真係覺得好難得啦。佢就話佢就係佢自己去做自己中意做嘅嘢，就真係唔應該因為呢一啲嘅失敗而阻止到佢嘅。哇，非常之有見地啊！我覺得呢位小女孩真係一啲都唔似得12歲。And Brittany, yeah, like I like what you have just said. So after so many different contests, I know you said you want to take a rest right now. Like you take a break, not a rest. Actually, you just want to take a break right now. But after so many contests, any special experience that you have in your mind that you want to share with us?
After I stopped on break,
no, after all the other contests that you have joined before, any experience.
Yes, I have. For Filipino Idol, I realized that apparently I felt like it was really good because the first song I sang was Rolling In Deep by Adele, and that was a great experience because I love that song. And then for PIDC was the most best experience of my life because I actually won that pageant, and it was just a great experience to see my family and my friends cheering for me and just rooting for me, and me walking down the catwalk and in my different dresses, and it was really fun, and especially my talent, everyone was cheering for me and express how I feel, and it made me really happy, and it was a really good experience.
Brittany 就話佢其實非常之enjoy 個表演嘅，咁佢就話 PIDC 呢一個嘅選美活動當然係佢覺得係最好嘅一個嘅經驗啦，因為佢贏咗嘛。另外佢就話佢係非常之 enjoy 咧，喺呢個比賽當中咧，佢個朋友同埋屋企人咧同佢分享呢份喜悅同埋去支持佢嗰種感覺，佢係非常之中意嘅。另外始終都係女仔，當然好中意着得好多唔同嘅靚衫咁去表演啦。嗱，我哋問完呢一個選美嘅比賽同埋其他即係關於佢歌唱嘅表演啦，不如問問佢做 model， 少少年紀做 model 感覺如何嘅咧？ Brittany, after your singing and your this pageant, the contest, I am so interested in modeling.
Oh, yeah.
Like a young girl like you were actually very tall. As a 12 years old girl, you're so tall. I'm pretty sure you will be a tall lady when you grew up. But modeling. How do you feel? Do you enjoy that? And how do you compare modeling versus singing?
I think modeling is a great time for like for my pageants, and like after I take breaks from pageants, sometimes I go to modeling. People invite me to like their fashion shows, and I would model for them. And like I feel like it's like a fun experience. I feel like it's fun, and like I feel like when I walk down, I feel great, and like it's just really fun. And then, but I mean, like for singing, if I had to compare both of them, it'd be the same. But if I really had to choose, I choose singing over that, because singing is like my actual passion, but modeling is also something great for me too. But like if I had to choose, it would definitely be singing.
So when modeling, mainly you actually took jobs for fashion show.
Yes, I have. I actually went to one yesterday. I was at a fashion show yesterday. It was a Mother's Day tribute where I serenaded mothers and gave them roses. And I also modeled for like superheroes. There was a segment for Hawaiian superheroes and like gown, and like it was just like it was fun. And then I also sang in it too. So.
Oh, you actually sang in the fashion show as well.
Yeah, I did. I serenaded them because it was a Mother's Day tribute, and like all the mothers had to go on stage, and I just had to sing to them like a mother's song.
Britney 咧，佢對呢一個 fashion show，即係佢做 modeling 啦，咁就做好多 fashion show 嘅。咁佢就話咧，同樣都係咁喜愛嘅。咁當然唱歌係佢真真正正好有熱誠嘅一個興趣嚟嘅。咁所以咧，唱歌同呢一個 fashion 即係呢個 modeling 咧就好難去到咁樣比較啦。但係佢兩樣都好中意。咁其實佢都係琴日先至去咗一個用呢一個母親節做主題嘅一個 fashion show， 原來幾好嘅喎。佢除咗行 fashion show 着好多唔同嘅衫之外咧，仲可以喺呢個 fashion show 度表演埋唱歌啊！咁兩件事佢都可以 enjoy 到啦。咁我亦都知道咧 ，Britney 咧有一個非常之厲害嘅經驗嘅，因為咧佢係曾經喺呢個 Canada Day 度咧，咁亦都係唱過呢一個嘅，即係表演過嘅。Britney, I know that you actually perform on the Canada's Day as well.
Yeah, like on Canada's Day? Yes, I did. I performed various days on Canada's Day. Like I've been to a few events after my PCCF and my PIDC experience from my pageants. And yeah, it's pretty fun to do that. It's actually everyone cheering for you, and it's pretty fun. Like, that's why I'm not really that much shy, because everyone's like saying, "Oh, good job," and it makes me feel like more pumped up and like maybe like to do more.
Did you sing like by yourself?
Or
sometimes like with a group.
Sometimes, most of the times, I sing by myself. But like a few other times, I sing with like my friend. I think my friends and like a JDL. I sing with a few people, but like that's only for like some events. But I never sing like for like a actual like thing. It's just like for some events if I want to like have fun and stuff like that.
How do you compare it though to perform by yourself, like individual performance versus like a group performance? How do you compare, and how do you like?
I like both. I feel like both is good. Like, but I mean, like if I sing by myself, I'm more used to it because I started off singing by myself, and I feel like I don't know, but like singing with a group too, like a bunch of friends, it encourages more because you're with a bunch of friends, and like it's fun to do it with all your friends when you're realizing like, oh, they get it and they get it. Like it's fun to do, but I mean, like if I had to compare them, pick one, it'd be like singing by myself because I'm more used to that.
Britney 話通常其實佢都係自己表演嘅，咁但係都有情況咧係同其他即係一個 group 去表演。咁佢就話佢兩個都好中意。咁有啲唔同嘅，因為同朋友表演咧，其實會變相令到佢咧鼓勵到佢表演得更加落力啊！佢話有一種幾特別嘅鼓舞喺度嘅。咁但係overall 嚟講咧，佢兩種嘅表演佢都非常之中意嘅。Britney, I know that you also write songs.
Yeah, I wrote one song in my life, and it's called My Dream by Brittany Wadeout, and it's on SoundCloud, and that was produced by Rodney and Cheryl. Cheryl helped me with the vocals, and Rodney like actually did the song and like did all like the guitar and all that. But I mean, like that was like my first song I ever wrote in my life, and like I think I might make other songs, but it depends because that song was my first song.
Wow, 12 years old and you have your own song. What's the inspiration?
My inspiration is like all the events I've had. It's really like just showing that like in one song that like this is my dream and like you can't stop me from doing this, and like also my inspiration is my family because they're always telling me to keep going, like always keep going, never stop. No one's gonna, even if you get haters, it's fine. Like just shake it off, whatever.
And that's the theme of that song. It's about like keep going.
It's my theme of that song is like expressing how my dreams to sing and like to like keep going and never like give up on your dreams, because one day you're gonna make it if you keep trying. And like that's what I said before, like I never gave up because I know one day I'm gonna make it.
Britney 咧年紀輕輕，但係就已經開始作曲噶啦。佢就話佢作過一首歌俾自己，所以翻佢就俾咗即係作咗一首歌俾自己。呢首歌咧嗰個嘅主題咧就係講關於佢對音樂嗰種熱誠，同埋點樣向佢自己嘅理想去進發嘅。佢就話呢一首歌主要就係想話俾大家知唔好放棄自己嘅夢想，你想做嘅嘢就記住堅持，就唔好即係 keep going。咁佢就話點解會有呢個靈感呢？就係因為佢嘅父母咧經常都鼓勵佢要努力同埋堅持，就算有人唔中意你都好，你都唔應該放棄自己。呢一種嘅理念，我好少喺一個小女孩嘅口中咧聽到呢一種嘅理念，即係若果一個成年人咧，好多時我哋都好清楚知道，其實夢想呢件事真係要靠堅持，而堅持當然係有好多血汗啦，同埋好多嘅淚水嘅背後包含住。咁一位咁年輕嘅小女孩原來真係可能參加得多呢一個嘅比賽呢，對小朋友嘅成長呢係會有呢一種嘅推動力，同埋呢一種正面嘅動力啦，正面嘅諗法，令到佢覺得夢想嘅重要性啦，同埋對於夢想同埋自己喜歡嘅事呢，嗰種堅持呢，喺佢口中聽出嚟呢，我覺得係尤其真摯，同埋尤其感動啦。咁Britney 呢，佢係一個好可愛同埋好靚嘅女仔嚟嘅。咁喺呢個呢一個嘅歌唱事業。我唔知應該用事業嚟形容佢住啦，但係我相信佢就非常之想喺歌唱嘅呢一個道路上邊咧有一番嘅成就嘅。咁我哋不如問一問阿 Britney 佢第時即係喺呢一個嘅歌唱啊，或者呢個演藝啦嘅呢一個行業度，佢仲想有啲乜嘢事係希望可以做到嘅咧？Britney, what's your dream? Like I know, like of course, like singing related, but then in the future, what do you want to be in the singing career, or maybe modeling, or some other related to this industry?
Like in the future, if I keep going on as a singer, I definitely want to be a singer in my career. Like maybe in a school, like help vocals, or like being a vocal teacher, or if I like an actual future for education, then I think I wanted to be a veterinarian because I love animals too, and I have an animal at home named Amigo, and it's a cat, and it's half Siamese, half tortoiseshell. And yeah, and like modeling and dancing also too is like fine for me, but I mean like if I had to choose between singing, dancing and modeling, it would definitely be singing.
That's your dream.
Yeah, it is.
我問阿 Britney 咧，咁佢就係大個想做啲乜嘢嘅咧？佢就話其實佢真係好想成為一位歌手，因為佢真係好中意唱歌。或者佢如果可以嘅話咧，可以做到呢一個嘅歌唱老師咧，都會非常之開心。咁若果真係唔關呢一個歌唱嘅事業事呢，佢就話佢想做啲咩呢？佢想做一位獸醫喎，因為佢好中意動物嘅。咁佢話如果真係做唔到佢喜歡做嘅歌手，咁如果可以做到獸醫，佢都非常之開心嘅。咁但係講翻呢個歌手或者做呢個 model， 一定 definitely 佢都話佢真係好想成為一位歌手。咁呢度我真係好希望阿 Britney 可以做到一位歌手。Britney, thank you for coming today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
And I hope your dream will come true.
Thank you.
I can see like your face, your eyes.
Thank you.
You will be a really good singer.
Thank you. I'll remember you too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
大家休息一陣先，翻嚟咧，我哋有一個菲律賓嘅節日想介紹俾大家嘅。好啦，翻嚟華語電台 CCR 文化潮流菲律賓，我仲咧仲喺度同大家咧傾偈嘅。咁我今日咧有兩位女士上到嚟同我傾偈喎。咁 你大家聽過3個女人1個墟㗎啦。頭先咧，我哋未開始入嚟錄音室嘅時候咧，我哋3個都已經傾得非常之高興㗎啦。咁我哋將會傾咧好多關於菲律賓嘅嘢啦。咁當然首先我要介紹呢2位美麗嘅女士先啦。Thank you for listening to the Canadian Chinese Radio. This is Jeanette. I have 2 lovely ladies here in the studio today. Basically, before we walked to the studio, we have been talking so happy. I'm sure this is going to be a very lovely and happy segment, happy recording. So before anything, let me introduce my guests here. It's actually better to have them introduce yourself. First of all, I have Alicia here, and also Yolanda here with me. But why don't Alicia, can you introduce yourself first?
Yes, my name is Alicia Siervo. My friends and colleagues, they call me Alice. And we are from West Hill, Ontario, from Seniors of Coro Filipino.
And Yolanda, you can introduce yourself, and then I will translate all together.
Okay. I'm Yoli Del Mundo. I would still work as a registered nurse at Centenary Hospital, and I do part-time job. And I'm also an active member of the Coro Filipino in West Hill.
Okay. Oh, so you are part-time nurse? Oh, okay. 就同大家翻譯一下先。咁首先介紹下咧，Alicia 咧，佢咧其實咧就係喺一個菲律賓嘅長者嘅一個服務機構咧度做事嘅。咁而 Yolanda 咧其實都係喺同一個機構度做事，但係 Yolanda 自己有份 part time 嘅工作。Yolanda 咧就係喺一個 part time 嘅護士嚟嘅喎。Okay, so good to have a nurse here. I know we are going to talk about the Philippines, but since you have both of you are actually involved in the senior program in your association, so I think it's actually good to talk about your program. So maybe some audience they would want to join this.
Yeah, I think this is a good opportunity for me to talk about this. I retired from the Ontario Public Service 2 years ago, looking for an opportunity to serve the community. And an opportunity came up to have a proposal for a computer literacy program for the seniors. So on April 8, 2015, we got the approval to have a computer literacy program funded by the New Horizons Seniors Program. And from that time, we started working on providing the Coro Filipino seniors, specifically the members, to have a training session, and then extended it to other members who are interested in this program. Basically, we want to have a computer, PC, but we decided to use the iPad because iPad is more transferable, it is light, and is more user-friendly. So, yeah, so it's really great because I myself haven't used iPad. Now that I have it, I don't think I could leave it at home because it's so handy.
Exactly. 原來咧點解Alicia 咧佢有呢一個嘅想法咧，去到開始做呢一個嘅 senior program 咧。原來咧佢係以前咧就係喺呢一個嘅政府度做嘢嘅，咁退咗休之後咧，佢就好想回饋社會啦，即係佢好想開設一啲班咧，去到令到啲長者受惠。咁於是2015年咧，佢就得到個 approval 啦，就可以咧開一個嘅長者嘅班。咁呢個嘅長者班佢諗到做啲乜嘢呢？就係教佢想教啲長者用電腦啊。咁但係佢有一個非常之好嘅想法啦，因為佢就覺得電腦其實係佢好想教佢哋用電腦嘅。但係而家咁流行 iPad 啊，咁流行 tablet， 咁係唔係應該教啲長者用 iPad 先呢？因為其實咧佢都話啦 ，iPad 就仲 user friendly， 又容易上手。佢自己咧以前未試過用，佢話用過 iPad 之後咧，佢話佢就唔可以咧放低呢個 iPad。咁佢覺得咁方便，所以咧佢就instead of 用呢一個電腦咧，就教長者用呢個 iPad 啦。That's actually a brilliant idea. Instead of teaching them computer.
Yeah.
you actually teach them to use iPad. It's much easier for them to use, and it's actually so responsive. So they should have that accomplishment like much sooner.
And what's good about it actually is that the program is actually based on what they need. Unlike the regular, computer training, they have a certain curriculum where about PC, all those applications and so on. What we have right now is specifically tailored to what they want. So the class, the topics are based on what they need. Let's say how to compose an email. So we do that. A lot of people, they said that they know they have iPad, they have tablets because they were given to them by their children. But they were never trained how to use it. So they receive emails, they respond, but they never learn how to compose emails. So I just discovered that last week that they don't know how to compose an email. So we decided, okay, let's go back to basic and let's start writing emails. And that was really rewarding for them because everyone said, oh, now I could type, I could send email to my friends. And maybe Yolanda could add more.
Well, basically, as Alicia said, I for one, I'm so computer illiterate. So as soon as I joined the class, I can proudly say I have learned so much, like what you need in using, like for a daily basis, say like even greeting your friends, like your happy birthday or whatnot. So I can email that to her, and then I even learned how to do like your group emails.
Oh yeah.
So it's really very friendly user.
And especially nowadays, everyone actually communicate using like either the phone or tablets. So it's actually good if the senior can be trained to use that, so then they will not be disconnected with probably the children or the grandchildren.
Yeah. And that's true. That's actually one reason why we have this, because many seniors, they left the workforce and they were left behind because number one, they have no facilities to learn, no instructors, no programs, no equipment to use it. But with our program, we provided the iPads, we loan it to them, and they have 3 training sessions based on what they want.
OK， 咁啊，講翻佢哋嗰個 program 啦。Alicia 咧，佢就話到呢一個嘅 program 咧係主要係直情係度身訂造啊。佢唔係話就咁純粹咧教一個嘅長者點樣用一個 iPad，就亦都係因為佢係想度身訂造，佢因應長者嘅需要咧，去到設計呢個嘅課程嘅，所以佢先至捨棄咗電腦而用 iPad， 都係因為咁解。咁佢話其實有啲長者咧，可能已經有部 iPad 噶啦，係佢啲仔啊或者啲孫啊送俾佢哋嘅，但係佢哋其實唔識用嘅，有冇人即係送咗俾佢就冇教到佢點用？咁又或者可能佢哋識用啲好簡單嘅一啲 apps 啦，但係咧原來可能好基本嘅點樣寫封 email， 點樣覆一個 email， 佢哋又唔識嘅。咁於是乎佢哋因應咗佢哋一啲好實際上嘅要求嘅需求，所以咧先至有呢個咁嘅 program 咧去設計到俾佢哋嘅。咁於是乎而家佢就教啲長者咧點樣，譬如覆 email 啊，咁佢哋真係非常之開心啦，覆到 email 俾啲朋友啊，同埋佢啲仔咧，咁成個圈子咧，好似翻嚟咁啦。咁Yolanda 咧，佢都話咧，佢直情以前未 join 呢個 class， 未用過呢一個嘅iPad 咧嘅時候咧，佢基本上都話自己係電腦文盲嚟嘅。咁所以咧，自從用咗之後咧，佢而家又唔單止就可以 send 一個 email， 仲可以成 group email 咋，可以咧同到佢啲朋友去到溝通，用 email 嚟溝通。咁其實而家呢個世代咧，我哋好多時都係同人溝通都係一係用個電話，一係用個 tablet。咁我哋真係要顧及翻長者嘅感受啦。咁其實如果好似佢哋話齋，啲長者可能已經係離開咗嘅即係冇做嘢好耐啦。咁變咗佢哋有少少脫節，但係其實佢哋係 pick up 到嘅，只不過係需要一個地方俾佢哋學習，同埋需要人教佢。於是乎咧，亦都係因為咁Alicia 先至諗到呢一個地方同埋呢一個方法咧，去到教呢個長者咧係做呢一個即係去到學用呢一個嘅 iPad 嘅。 I think that's very meaningful, and especially you actually tailor-made the course to the senior. Using iPad is actually a very good start. Actually, it's definitely a good start. But is there any fee that to join this program?
No, this is absolutely free. It's just your time. You just have the only problem we have is we have very limited equipment. So we have only 12 to 14 equipment. But those who have iPad, they could come and join us. But the room is also limited, so first come, first serve.
Oh, okay.
But we welcome everybody as long as we know they're coming.
And basically everyone, like not have to be Chinese. I mean, Filipinos. So Chinese can join too.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
that's
our
good.
priority, this is the thing, that because this is a project of Coro Filipino, the first priority was the members, and then if there's room for others, then we accept them. Yeah.
咁呢一個嘅senior 嘅 program 咧，其實佢哋都話係歡迎所有人嚟參加嘅。咁當然佢哋有因為佢呢一個嘅 program 咧係特別 for 佢哋一個菲律賓嘅 choir 嘅一個嘅組織嘅。咁所以如果你係嗰個 member 咧，咁當然佢就會要優先俾 reserve 呢啲嘅呢啲嘅位置俾佢哋。咁但係其實咧佢哋又唔需要費用啦，呢一個 program 亦都係歡迎所有人，亦都唔一定菲律賓人，就算你係中國人，你都可以，你有興趣都可以參加。只不過佢哋嘅iPad 就有限啦，佢大概得12至14部嘅iPad。但係如果你自己有 iPad，你都可以去即係同佢哋呢一個 course 度上班嘅喎。咁係絕對歡迎任何人，亦都唔需要費用嘅。So where is your location? Yeah.
Our session actually is at the Next Steps Employment Center at Rylander. It's really it's an excellent location for us because most of our members reside in Highland Creek. So it's very, very convenient for everybody. Yes, so they offer us the place, but we have our volunteer teachers. And one good thing with this is that we also have some co-op students. So the seniors and the youth, they connect to each other because the students are actually coaching the seniors during our exercises. Because during the class, right, not everybody could follow the instructor at the same time. So we have co-op students, approximately 2 to 4 students who come to earn credits, community credits.
Okay.
And at the same time, you know what, they help the seniors. It's really fun to have them.
Okay, yeah, that's good, and win-win situation. 咁佢都有請一啲義工咧，一啲年輕嘅義工咧嚟到幫手咧，可以教啲長者點樣去用呢個 iPad 嘅。咁我就話 win-win situation 啦。點解咧？因為呢一個學生咧，亦都可以攞到學分啦。因為而家佢哋要做滿幾1個鐘頭嘅義工先至攞到一個學分噶嘛。咁另外咧，佢哋亦都啲長者亦都可以因為咁樣而得益。咁所以咧，呢個雙贏嘅局面啦。Hey Alicia, so if anyone who want to join your program, what can they do?
Yeah, for those persons who are interested in joining our program or just to get information, they could email me at alicia.cierbo@yahoo.com.
Sure. Do you want to spell it for the audience?
It's alicia.cierbo, SIERVO @yahoo.com.
That's good. Alicia 咧就話其實如果有興趣join 呢一個嘅免費個 program 嘅咧，你可以 email Alicia 咧去攞或者你想詢問下都冇問題嘅。佢嘅email 咧就係 Alicia ALICIA-SIERVO@yahoo.com. Thank you so much for coming and tell us about this meaningful and wonderful program. But I know that you are here. Since you are here, I don't think I will just let you leave without telling us about the Philippines. Can you tell us anything about the any food about from the Philippines that you like the most?
Why don't you?
Yolanda, yes, sure. Because we were so happy. Yeah, let me tell the audience why I would come up with this. 點解我哋講完呢一個嘅 topics 咧，咁我就好希望咧Yolanda 同埋 Alicia 咧兩個咧同我哋傾一傾關於菲律賓嘅美食，因為頭先我哋喺 studio 傾得非常之高興。咁我哋之前咧未入嚟錄音之前，我哋開始傾偈，咁我哋傾到好開心。咁咁好傾，咁佢哋講完呢佢哋嘅program 之後咧，我就好想咧同佢哋傾一傾咧菲律賓嘅美食啦，因為Yolanda 咧好中意食嘢嘅喎。Yes, Yolanda, just explain to the audience why we would want to talk about food because, before we actually step into the studio, we know that Yolanda actually loves food. Yes, like Filipino food. Actually, like many guests cover many foods, but then whenever we talk about food, we are all happy. So, any Filipino food that you think is your favorite?
Okay, my favorite food is kare-kare, which is made of like beef tripe and oxtail. And then it has so many vegetables in it, like your eggplant, string beans, okra, and whatever you want to put in it. But it's really good. It has like the peanut butter sauce taste in it, so that really makes it good.
You have the okra as well.
Yeah, you can put okra.
That's like one of the very common vegetables that the Filipino likes to put in a lot of dishes. Is that right?
Yes, especially if you are the okra, especially if you're making just vegetables. So it's good. That's the common ingredient for anything that you put in them. You can also put the bok chow in the kare-kare.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Do you know how to make the kare-kare?
Oh, I make it simple. I don't do it like what the professional would say or whoever.
That's good.
Yeah, but I just do it my own way. Well, just boil your oxtail and the beef tripe until it's tender, and then you saute them after to give it more taste. You saute it with your garlic, your onions, and then put the beef together, then bring it to a boil, and then just add your vegetables. And then to make it a little bit thick, like with the sauce, to make it thick, just put like peanut butter in it. And then like the consistency depends on you, like if you want it really thin or thick, you know, and how much soup base you want in it. It really depends on you. And then that's it. And then just add your salt and pepper to your taste.
So you mentioned that you actually add the peanut butter afterwards.
Peanut butter, yeah. And then you add it, and then meanwhile it's still boiling, so that the peanut butter also melts in there. That's the simplest way.
It sounds simple, but then how long does it take?
Well, it only wait until your oxtail or your tripe is tender. Yeah, and then as soon as it's tender, then you can put your veggies in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
No, that's the easiest, I would say. Like it depends on how how long it takes for your meat to be tender. So I think about half an hour or so.
Or 20 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes.
That's a perfect time for cooking.
But what makes it delicious is your peanut butter. And then, I don't know if you guys, and then to taste it more, when you eat it, just you use also those shrimp paste. Yeah, to add it so that it gives more flavor to the
Yeah,
food. Yeah.
the kare-kare is not complete without it, actually. Without that shrimp paste. That makes it so different, so exotic.
I'm hungry.
Let's go.
Yolanda 咧，佢就話佢最中意嘅菲律賓嘅嘢食咧，就係 curry curry。 咁其實咧之前都有嘉賓講過咧 curry curry 咧係佢中意嘅嘢食㗎啦。嗱，首先講一講 curry curry 係咩嚟嘅先。佢係一個好濃嘅一個佢話就話湯啦，其實係主菜嚟嘅，因為嗰啲好結嘅湯，用好多肉整成嘅。咁主要嘅肉就通常佢哋會用牛尾嘅，咁係一個好濃嘅牛尾湯。咁就通常有啲咩咧？有啲乜嘢伴住佢嘅咧？就係有呢一個嘅矮瓜啦，你可以用白菜添嘅佢話，咁亦都有佢哋常用嘅一種嘅蔬菜叫做 okra， 咁其實咧佢叫做秋葵，咁係一啲好似豆咁樣嘅植物嚟嘅，咁我都食過，好好食嘅，好多好健康，對我哋人體係好有益嘅一個植物嚟嘅。咁另外咧就係有呢一個嘅花生醬，就係擺尾嘅花生醬咧，就係令到成個湯好 creamy 嘅。咁點樣整呢？頭先Yolanda教過我哋點整啦。原來咧你只需要咧首先你就用即係整煲熱水啦，整熟呢一個嘅牛尾，整到佢腍咧，你就可以落啲蔬菜噶啦。咁當然咧，你會落一啲譬如蒜蓉啊、洋葱啊等等呢調味咧，去令到嗰個牛尾會更加香口啦。咁咧到佢腍啦，你就可以落啲蔬菜啦。咁頭先講過噶啦，你可以落呢一個秋葵，亦都可以落白菜、矮瓜。咁呢啲全部落晒落去之後咧，佢話其實成件事嘅過程咧係大概半個鐘頭咧咁就完成噶啦。咁到最尾你就落花生醬，花生醬咧會令到成個湯好 creamy 嘅。咁Alicia 咧佢就加咗一句仲有一樣呢個嘅 shrimp paste， 呢個蝦醬係啦。咁最尾擺落去咧，成件事就好香口，好好味。咁呢一個嘅 curry curry 咧，咁就做好咗啦。咁聽落去就真係唔難喎。咁真係大家有興趣嘅話，真係可以試一試整呢一道菜喎。I just explained to the audience that it sounds really easy, and 30 minutes is actually not bad. Yeah, I can actually make this after work if it's 30 minutes because my standard is after work I can only spend like 30 minutes to 45 minutes to make my dinner.
Or actually, the night before you could boil the tripe and the meat, so the following day just have to saute it.
Oh yeah, that's good.
That's an easier way of doing it if you don't really have much time. And in maybe 10 minutes you're done.
Alicia 啱啱有個好好嘅提議，佢話如果你冇乜呢個時間嘅話冇問題，其實你之前嗰晚咧可以咧整定呢一個肉嘅，你可以整定呢一個嘅牛尾，咁到第二日翻到嚟咧，你淨係需要落啲蔬菜啊咁樣，咁你再加埋呢一個 shrimp paste， 咁就可以整好，分鐘10分鐘你可以整好呢道菜，咁真係非常之方便啦吓。Yeah, thank you so much, Yolanda and Alicia. Thank you so much for coming today. Not only to introduce your senior program and to teach us how to cook a wonderful and easy recipe. Thank you so much for coming.
And thank you also. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. 咁我哋今日非常之高興請到Yolanda 同埋 Alicia 咧，特登上到嚟介紹佢哋嘅senior 嘅 program， 同埋同我哋講咗一個咁容易咁好嘅recipe。咁我哋而家休息一陣先，翻到嚟之後咧，我哋再有第二個環節嘅。歡迎收聽華語電台 CCR 文化潮流菲律賓。聽到我把聲就知道我Janet又係同大家介紹菲律賓嘅時候啦。今日呢，請到一位型男上嚟啊！呢位朋友呢，今日上到嚟呢，就想同我哋呢傾一傾呢佢喺菲律賓嘅故事啊，或者係菲律賓有啲乜嘢呢？有啲乜嘢嘅習俗啦。咁就想同我哋分享下嘅。咁我哋事不宜遲啦，我哋請呢一位型男開聲先好冇？佢叫做 Burbo， 咁我哋咧歡迎Burbo 咁上到嚟我哋嘅 studio。Today we have guest. His name is Burbo. He is going to share with us like a lot of things in the Philippines. Welcome, Burbo.
Thank you, Janet, for having me.
Before we start, why don't you introduce yourself to the audience first?
Of course, thank you. My name is Burbo Bustamante. I've been in Toronto since 1997. Came over here when I was 18 years old from the Philippines. And I'm currently working in sales at Scarborough Nissan, a car dealership in the Scarborough area.
阿 Barbara 咧，1997年咧就移民咗過嚟加拿大噶啦。咁佢喺菲律賓出生嘅，咁所以咧依家我就中意問一問佢咧，究竟喺菲律賓成長嘅點滴啦，同埋咧比起呢一個加拿大咧有啲乜嘢分別嘅？咁佢而家咧現時咧佢係賣呢個賣車嘅一位sales 嚟嘅。咁咁有型咁賣車應該係非常之受歡迎噶啦。好啊，so Barbara, you said you came here since 1997.
That's correct.
And which part of the Philippines are you from?
I came from the province called Pangasinan. It's about 7 to 8 hours drive from the capital of Manila.
阿 Barbara 嚟自嘅地方咧就叫做 Pangasinan， 距離咧呢個馬尼拉咧大概要7至8個鐘頭嘅。咁呢個地方又唔喺馬尼拉嘅市中心喎，咁更加好奇啦，因為好多嘅嘉賓咧都係嚟自馬尼拉嘅。咁我哋就不如問一問阿 Barbara 咧，佢嘅出生地啊有啲乜嘢特別嘅地方？Barbara, because most of the guests that I have interviewed before, they are mostly from Manila or Cebu. Like these two places are actually quite popular. So I am very interested in where you're from.
Okay.
If it's I know I won't say it's so far, but then 7 to 8 hours from the Manila. I don't know, is there any difference in terms of like tradition, culture?
In terms of the tradition, it's pretty much very similar to the other areas of the Philippines. What really differs is the lifestyle in the where I came from, because it's more of a rural area, so it's not as busy. Life is not as hectic as people that do live in the city. So the lifestyle's a little easier. People are more reserved. Life is more laid back. So in that sense, it's a more quiet, peaceful lifestyle, I would say, especially with me growing up in my province.
Barbara 咧，佢就話比起馬尼拉啊或者其他嘅比較central 嘅地方咧，佢嚟自嘅地方因為係一個小灘，佢就話係比較鎮仔啲嘅感覺啦，同埋咧就冇咁 busy 啦，亦都冇咁嘈雜啦。嗰度嘅人嘅生活咧係比較 relax、比較 lay back 嘅。咁佢話咧嗰度嘅地方係比較寧靜啲嘅。咁如果聽起上嚟，咁應該係 relax 好多，同埋舒服好多。So it sounds like it's a very relaxing, quiet place.
It is, and one thing that I can say about people that do live in this particular areas of the Philippines, especially when I go home for a holiday, people in this particular area seems to be a lot more happier in a sense, even if they don't have the luxury of the what people get in the capital cities of Manila, because their life is a lot simpler. So people still go fishing to get their food. They grow their own vegetables, so they have their own little farm. So in a sense, it's a more, as you said, peaceful and a more relaxing place to be. So I love the place whenever I go home for a holiday.
原來咧Barbara 咧佢就話，因為當地嘅人咧個生活係簡單好多嘅，佢話都仲有好多人咧係去自給自足嘅，即係可能自己釣魚翻嚟就做佢個晚餐啦。咁佢就話佢哋覺得咧佢哋嘅生活係簡單好多，咁所以佢就覺得佢哋其實咧就開心好多嘅。咁佢自己咧好中意如果翻到去菲律賓嘅話咧，好中意呢一種咁 relax 嘅 style， 咁就可以自己休息一下啊嘛。So Barbara, how often would you go back?
Well, the last time that I was back was in 2012. So we're hoping next year me and my wife can go on another holiday. But typically every 2-3 years we try and go back home to visit families, relatives, and have a little bit of relaxation with the busy lifestyle that we have here in Toronto.
Well, definitely. If you said like go fishing to get your
Exactly.
dinner, and like not as hectic. Then
No,
I'm sure
it's
a good
very
place.
peaceful, laid-back type of community.
我就問到佢幾耐會翻去一次，咁佢話其實每隔幾年都會翻去菲律賓一次嘅，咁啊對上一次翻去2012年，咁佢就好中意去翻呢個咁寧靜嘅地方，因為咧可以真真正正咁樣咧去到享受，去到休息啊，咁都係嘅，基本上咧若果你就算喺加拿大都話唔算係一個好繁圈嘅一個城市啦，但係如果你話要去到一個咁鄉鎮咁樣嘅 style 嘅地方咧，去到休息咧，嗰一種嘅舒態，嗰種嘅舒適咧係好唔同嘅，真係好寧靜嘅，同埋咧你真係可以咧自己去釣完魚之後咧，夜晚嘅晚飯就係嗰條魚啦。So Burble, you have mentioned that it's a more like laid back style, quiet. People are a lot happier there.
Exactly.
In terms of like tradition or festivals, anything special?
Well, one of the traditions that I really enjoy whenever when I was back in the Philippines is the way we celebrate Christmas.
Oh.
Because Philippines being a Christian country, Christmas is one of the highlights of the year for most Filipinos. So that's one of the things that I particularly missed in the Philippines.
原來 Burble 話咧喺菲律賓度咧，佢哋慶祝呢一個嘅聖誕節啊，係佢自己係好中意同埋覺得有啲唔同嘅。So how do you celebrate Christmas?
So in terms of the way we celebrate Christmas is that it's more family oriented. Families get together in the house, but it's a celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ. Because being a Christian country, that's the center of most of the families' life in the Philippines. So it comes with a lot of food, just like every festivities that we have. But before we get into the food, we always have this 12 o'clock mass midnight, which is 12 o'clock midnight. The family goes to church, celebrate the birth of Jesus, and once the mass is done, we go home and we celebrate with the entire family with a lot of food. As in lots of food.
So the celebration actually starts after 12 a.m. You all go to church.
Exactly.
And then after the church, the
we all
party
go
begins.
home and we celebrate. And Christmas in the Philippines, we do a lot of fireworks as well, not just New Year. So it's usually loud and it's usually colorful, and the food, it's usually a lot of food. This is where people actually save money so they can celebrate Christmas really, really well.
OK， 原來咧佢哋嘅慶祝活動咧係半夜開始嘅。點解咧？因為佢哋咧夜晚12點咧，佢哋就要去呢個 church 噶啦。咁去完 church 之後咧，佢哋就會翻屋企。咁當然佢話有好多其他慶祝活動嘅，即係譬如放煙花啊等等。咁但係佢哋就會翻屋企。然後咧就同好多朋友咧，即係除咗同屋企人之外咧，仲會同好多朋友啊、親戚啊一齊去到屋企度慶祝嘅。咁點樣慶祝啊？一定有噶啦，嘢食係好多好多嘅嘢食。咁佢話一定噶啦，每一個喺菲律賓每一個嘅節日，每一個慶祝活動一定要有好多好多嘅嘢食嘅。Any special food that is a must for the Christmas?
You get your typical food that you're probably aware of. So depending on the family, if they have money, lechon is a normal food in the on the table during Christmas. But with us, when I was growing up, even just having bread on the table, a little bit of rice cake, as long as we can share the dinner after mass together as a family, that's already a celebration. But for a lot of people, yeah, your lechon, your spaghetti, Filipino spaghetti, that's always on the table during Christmas as well.
OK， 問到有啲乜嘢食物喺呢個 Christmas 嘅party 度係一定會出現，一定需要出現嘅。佢話除非你真係好拮據啦，如果唔係咧。 lechon 咧，即係佢哋菲律賓嘅燒豬咧，係一定要出現嘅。咁另外就係飯啊，呢啲就唔使講啦。佢話另外就係一個叫 Filipino spaghetti， 即係菲律賓式嘅意粉咧，又係一定會出現喺呢一個台上面嘅。咁佢就話其實好多個朋友都講過啦，lechon咧係佢哋咧慶祝活動咧不可缺少嘅一種食物嚟嘅，有lechon先至代表你喺度 party 緊嘅。Okay, that's I'm sure that's a lot of food.
It's a lot of food.
It's really good that you can eat so much too.
Well, funny thing, I remember growing up when I was a little kid. Whenever we finish our midnight food with the family, we actually go from house to house and get some more food from the neighbor's table. So growing up as a kid, it's all about food, and this is we all go hunt for our godparents as well to get our gifts during Christmas. So it's a fun being kid in the Philippines during Christmas.
Do you also do the gift exchange?
Yes, we do.
But
yes.
then you just get it from
being
the
a kid, you just go hunt your godparents and ask for your presents exactly. So you don't have to give anything in return.
好可愛嘅一位朋友啊，因為咧佢就講到咧我就講到食嘢咧真係好緊要，亦都非常之好啊，因為你哋個個都好中意食嘢，亦都好食得嘅。咁阿 Berbo 佢就話其實咧 Christmas 咧佢哋真係好開心，尤其是佢細個嘅時候咧，真係咧自己屋企食完之後就過去隔離鄰舍嗰度又攞人哋啲嘢食。咁禮物一樣啦，佢都話佢會好中意去佢嘅契媽啊、契爺啊咁啊，全部嘅長輩啦都會去嗰度咧攞呢一個嘅禮物嘅。咁我問你會唔會做交換禮物嘅？你哋興唔興嘅咧？咁佢話其實都興嘅，只不過細個嘅時候咧就唔需要做呢樣嘢，細個就淨係去攞就得噶啦。咁佢個笑容都話到俾我聽，佢真係非常之懷念喺菲律賓嘅聖誕節啦。So you have been here for so long.
Yes.
And well, I know that definitely for sure from your smile. I know you miss your Christmas back in the Philippines so much. But yeah, you have been here for so long. Can you tell us the difference or maybe the similarity? I don't know, like between the Philippines and Toronto. You can talk about lifestyle, tradition, anything.
Well, with my family, we still try and celebrate the tradition that we have back in the Philippines. The same way here in Toronto, but it's just a little different because with here it's just so few of us. So it's really the happiness and the number of people being together during Christmas as the key differences. Okay. We still go to church here midnight because there's a church, a Filipino church that we go to, so they celebrate Mass midnight during Christmas. So we go the same thing as we did back in the Philippines, and then after Mass we go home. We celebrate the Noche Buena, which is the food that we eat after the Mass together with the whole family. So that we do. The only difference really is the amount of people that's on the table, because here it's just me, my wife, the two kids. On the table for the most part. In the Philippines, it's the whole relatives, the whole neighborhood. Sometimes that's on the table to celebrate Christmas with you.
I see. So in Canada, it's only your own families here.
Yes.
Okay, so your parents, your all of your relatives are all in the Philippines.
Most of them. I do have two sisters here in Toronto, but being a big city. Them having their own family as well, and being far away from my place, so they do celebrate their Christmas or their own way. Especially that one of my sisters married to an Iranian, which is a different tradition to what we used to. So trying to get the families together on Christmas is a little hard. So what we try and do is we actually get together on a different day as a family. But the actual Christmas is we spend it with the immediate family.
I see. 我問到Berbo 嚟咗即係多倫多都咁耐，咁會唔會話對即係同菲律賓比起上嚟有啲乜嘢嘅唔同呢？咁佢話其實你話慶祝活動嚟講啦，佢話其實都係差唔多，因為佢嚟到喺呢個多倫多咧，佢都會慶祝翻菲律賓嘅節日。 咁就講 Christmas 為例啦，咁佢就話佢亦仍然都係用緊佢喺當時喺菲律賓嘅方法去慶祝，就係12點佢哋成家人都係會去 church， 之後呢，完咗 church 嘅活動之後呢，佢亦都會翻屋企又係食好多嘅嘢食，只不過人數呢，或者就少咗好多，因為原來呢 Bubble 只係得佢自己一家人呢喺多倫多嘅啫，即係佢嘅爹哋媽咪啊親戚啊都係喺菲律賓嘅，咁佢話呢度有佢嘅姊妹喺度，但係呢，大家都有各自嘅 family 同埋住嘅地方唔同，咁所以呢，主要嚟講對到慶祝活動呢，即係當然佢哋會見面嘅，但係主要慶祝活動呢，嗰個重心呢都係淨係自己嘅屋企人，但係佢做嘅都係一樣嘅，都係呢去完呢個 church 之後呢就翻屋企好多嘢。So basically, it's for celebration. It's the same thing. You still get the lechon.
Exactly, we still get the lechon. So we prepare as much food as much as we can afford. So in terms of the celebration, it's we're still trying to do the same celebration.
Mm-hmm. What makes you to come to Canada then?
Well, with that particular regards, my sister that came here before me actually sponsored me when I was 18. I was in college back then in the Philippines, and she just asked me if I wanted to come over, because what happened at the time was my dad passed away and I was 18 and being alone in the Philippines, going to school. She was like, it may be better for you to come over here, so they can look after me and continue my studies here in Canada. So that's the reason why I came over.
Oh, I see. Okay, because I was just thinking, why not the whole family they moving here so that you can have the same celebration?
Right.
Now I know.
And the other reason is that I'm the youngest in the family, a family of 12. So we are a big family.
A family of
Tell
12.
Me about it. And when I was 18, my other siblings are all over 18, so they can't come over here, and they already had their families at that time as well. So I was the only one that really was single and was in school, so I was the only one that came over here.
Oh, I see. Okay. Purple 咧，佢就話有呢個嘅慶祝活動咧，其實都係一樣啦。頭先講過，咁我就講笑咁話，其實一樣啦。最緊要就 lechon 係咪？即係個燒豬咁，佢都話都笑啦。咁呢個好緊要嘅。咁但係我就好奇，想知道點解佢因為通常菲律賓佢哋嘅好大棚親戚嘅，咁好似佢咁咧，佢自己淨係一家人咁自己 celebrate， 同埋嚟到好似唔係話好多親戚，就比較少見嘅。咁所以就問佢點解當初會嚟移民嚟呢個加拿大？原來咧係佢嘅家姐咧嚟到呢度可以申請佢過嚟加拿大。咁當其時咧得佢一個咧係under 18歲，咁同埋咧嗰陣時佢得翻佢自己一個，因為佢爸爸嗰陣時原來過咗身，咁所以咧佢就佢家姐就問佢，不如你都過嚟啦。咁其他人咧就已經係過晒呢個年紀嘅啦，咁啊唔可以申請佢過嚟，因為佢家族都好大嘅。原來菲律賓咧佢哋一家人係有12個人嘅，佢係最細嗰個位，咁所以咧所以點解佢話其實佢哋真係好多親戚，但係嚟到呢度咧就淨係得翻佢同埋佢個家姐兩位家姐，咁所以咧佢就話咁當其時因為佢自己佢淨係可以申請到佢過嚟，咁所以佢就跟咗咧佢嘅家姐就過咗嚟呢個加拿大啦。咁呢個即係一家12口啊，真係好而家真係好少見啦，一家12口。Purple, you are from a family of 12.
Yes.
Are you going to have more kids?
No, funny thing, with all the 12 of us, the most that any of my sibling has actually three kids. So we've learned a lesson, I guess. Because growing up, it was a difficult time, but it's really fun whenever we get together as a family. But growing up with a big family, it's not easy, to say the least.
Yes, but then family of 12 is actually very good. So you have 2 kids.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, this is very good. 咁我講笑咁問佢啦，佢嚟自一個一家12口嘅屋企，會唔會想要多啲小朋友？佢話唔會啦，可能我哋已經學到嘢啦，都上咗課啦。因為一養12個人咧，真係唔容易嘅。咁佢話佢而家屋企人咧最多個鬼咧，都只係有3個細路仔嘅啫。咁佢自己本身有2個，咁啊真係好有趣啦。Bubble 真係好好傾，同埋咧好得意嘅一個人嚟嘅。咁所以咧，我哋一定咧會同佢再傾多啲偈。咁睇下我哋咧有冇機會再同佢講多啲咧關於菲律賓其他嘅東西啦。咁我哋今日非常之高興啊 Bubble 上到嚟啦。咁我哋希望咧可以再有機會咧就同佢傾偈。Bubble, thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
I hope you like all the best, and probably you will have more kids. I don't know. Really, thank you for sharing.
Thank you for having me, and it's been a pleasure.
Okay, thank you. 好，咁今集時間差唔多啦，下個禮拜一同樣時間夜晚10點至12點，我 Janet 會繼續同大家主持文化潮流菲律賓。咁希望大家繼續支持我嘅節目啦。It's time to say goodbye. Thank you so much for listening to my show. Next Monday from 10 to 12, I will be here again. Good night, everyone. 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 Good night, everyone.